All right, we are at the end of week 10 here. It's day 4, so we're doing overhead press. 5 sets of 3 with 150 on the bar. And then we are going to do some slingshot bench. So normally the Bullmastiff program, one of the assistance exercises to help with tricep strength and lockout is the board press, where you would do a bench press with a 2x4 on your chest. It helps eliminate the stretch reflex on these repetitions, and it focuses on the the second opening of the movement, so it prioritizes the triceps more. I don't really do board press because it helps if you have a spotter to hold the board. I don't, so it ends up just getting wonky. The board falls off, hits me in the face, XYZ. So what I've got here is that yellow elastic band is called a Mark Bell slingshot, and it very effectively mimics that. So instead of having the bar rest on a 2x4 on your chest, you bring it down through the full range of motion, but the elasticity of the slingshot helps propel you through that bottom half of the movement. So it lets you overload the triceps. It's very similar to the board press. So that's how we're going to use it today. And since you're only doing half the movement, theoretically you should be able to board press slingshot more than you would do a normal bench press on there. So it's 4x6. It's supposed to be a nice easy one. I'm going to open at 275 on that and see how it feels. And it should help demonstrate just how much that slingshot helps out in the bottom of the bench. Because I mean, if you guys have been watching me, I can bench like 325 raw, and it's going to be sloppy, right? My hips tend to shoot up more than they should, and the rep goes up, but it's far from Instagram worthy. When I put that slingshot on, I bench 365 in it, so it's it's significant. But it helps also build confidence with that heavier weight. It's 3, 2 more sets. And then, how many did I do last time? All right, so I did 8 at 155 a couple weeks ago. It's feeling pretty good. Squats have been rough, but I'm out of my groove. Deadlifts have been hard the past month or so, which means I'm probably just not doing them frequently enough. A lot of times what happens when I struggle to, lift 85% of what I can lift, usually that's means I'm not programming enough volume or frequency in there, I suppose. Usually if I'm deadlifting twice a week, that's when I feel the best. The beast. All right, let's hit set number 4. So I would like to get 9 or 10 reps on this. I gotta tell you what a difference it makes just not being in the direct sunlight. it's breezy today, and we got some clouds overhead, so it's still, probably about high 80s, low 90s, but just not having the sun rays beating directly on you. As soon as I say that, of course, it comes out. But golly, I'm feeling a lot better today than I was yesterday. I also ate a significant amount of carbohydrates yesterday after my struggle session. Ate like 2 sweet potatoes at lunch with some leftover steak, and then for dinner I had like 2 pork chops and a pound of just white rice. So I think that'll make anyone feel a little bit better. I think that might be why I was struggling to recover, though. I gained weight, just over the past year or so as I was trying to put on a little more, cultivate mass, as it were. And I was trying to cut carbs, just try to lose some of the extra fat that I had accumulated. And this, the peaking phase of this program, I thought was low enough volume that I could get away with it, but the low carbs is also affecting just my ability to recruit muscles. So I'll probably just eat normal. I might continue getting a little heavier as we work through this peak program, and then I don't know. I'm deciding if I want to try to cut down at the end of this, or if I want to slip into a dedicated deadlift program to try to get that 600. We're going to see how close we are at the end of Bullmastiff before I decide on that, but we might cut out squats for a little while and prioritize, deadlifting multiple times a week. Give the Warpath another shot. Seven, 8, 9, 10. All right. Oh, that's what I was aiming for on the high side, so I'm happy to call this one at 10. Whew. Not bad. Better than yesterday. Although, one could argue that no day deadlifting is a bad day, right? So, I should just be thankful that God gave me a body that is capable of deadlifting. Because not everyone is so lucky. Oh, well, that's a whole theological wormhole you could go down right there. Not only was I blessed with a body that can deadlift, plenty of people can, right? But just, the people and the opportunities and the teachers that I have been blessed with along the way, till like the 60s and 70s, maybe the 50s, the golden era of bodybuilding. People didn't even lift. They just worked and smoked and ate canned meat. And then it got popular. And then from there, dedicated strength training became popular. It's a lot like the old, like Mark Ripito, for example, in starting strength. Oh, now we're just like, yeah, you do 3 sets of 5, recover, add more weight, and do it next time. The stress recovery adaptation cycle. Tappa, tappa, tappa. Those guys did it all without tappa, tappa, tappa. They would have killed for tappa, tappa, tappa. I was lucky enough to have Rip and Alan Thrall on the YouTube. Elliot Hulse And then, you know, the friends who God placed me with. One of my fellow lieutenants at Fort Hood got me into the gym for the first time since high school football. And we went on a big gym rat bicep bro sprawl. And then we deployed to Afghanistan. Whew. And I was lucky enough to go to Pelican Bay Iron House and lift in a prison gym where Acer P. Bonsai, he's got a YouTube channel with bonsais, you should check him out. Whew. Made sure I was touching my chest on the bench and got me into deadlifting. Ugh. I really am a lucky dude. Because it didn't have to be that way. I was a fat kid who enjoyed video games. And one could argue that I'm still a fat kid who enjoys video games, but at least I have a physical outlet. There's I can see pathways behind me I could have taken that probably would have just led me to being fat and lazy and not doing nothing and blaming everyone but me for it. So, there but for the grace of God go I. All right. So we've gone through the motions. This is the slingshot. It's the yellow one. I'm hoping these are easy because the yellow slingshot is actually supposed to be used for bench pressing like 315 and heavier. And I've used it before to, work that range of motion. But today's 4x6, like I said, I'm subbing this for the board press. And it's only supposed to be a rate of perceived effort of like 6, so a good warm-up. This is actually the lightest I've done with the slingshot, so I do think, I'm hoping that this is similar to that, warm-up stimulus. Hit my triceps and then, call it a day. Well, call it a day for this anyway. So it's pretty light work, but it is heavier than the RPE6. So I think I'm going to drop this down to 245. Ooh, almost slipped. Another benefit to the slingshot is as you go down, it helps you better achieve that elbows tucked position, which I don't know if you've ever done big flare outs, you'll notice you get pain benching right here in your front delt, and I get it right here in my pec. It's one of the options is the spotto press, where you come down, you hover about an inch above your chest, and then you pop up. I actually tore my pec, I guess almost 2 years ago now, a year and a half, doing that Spotto press. It was only like 225, but I tried to explode up and it popped and tore, and I had a huge, bruise, which is how I know it tore. But yeah, that was fun to recover from. Around Christmas, 24. Yeah, I think 245 is right about where I want to be on these right now. Set 3. Man, yeah. Starting to get that tricep fatigue. The fatigy. One more. Come on. Oh, yeah. Whew. Triceps are protesting. They doth protest too much. Ugh. Whew. All right. Then we're going to do 4x6. The tempo overhead press. So we'll go up and then down 1, 2, 3. Up, down 1, 2, 3. It's more in line with what we did during the first 9 weeks of this. So triceps are already kind of smoked. So we're going to do a lighter weight on these. And then the program doesn't call for it. But I'm going to do curls. Since we got the easy bar out. We're doing 3x8 to 10 again. Whew. Two perks of these slow eccentrics on the tempo press is one, loaded eccentric movement is believed to trigger more growth than the concentric phase of the movement. So more growth, but it also has more DOMs. But two, being slow on the descent helps you to kind of visualize that center of foot bar path better. And for me, it's helping me be more conscious of where the barbell actually is in my hands, because I have a bad habit on my pressing motions of letting the barbell come into the hand itself, and then it rests here, you know, creating a moment arm. You want that barbell to be directly above the skeletal, above the bones in your wrist joint and forearms. That's a efficient transfer of energy. When you let it roll back in your wrist, whew, that creates energy leaks that take pounds off the bar. Whew. So I like to wear my hat backwards with the bill in the 6 o'clock position for press, because I found once upon a time I liked my hat because when I would press, it would give me something to aim for, right? To try to keep that bar path as close to my nose and center of midfoot as possible. But the more I did that, the more I kind of realized that I was subconsciously trying to avoid the bill of my hat rather than hit it. So it was causing me to let the bar drift forward, which is another inefficient movement pattern, right? So by turning my hat to a jaunty angle as such, kind of just takes that whole risk out of the equation. Risk avoidance, it's a legitimate strategy. Woo! Do you see how much less I'm crying today? Oh, that breeze feels nice. Man. Whew. That's it, and that's all. Now we're gonna do our shoulder rotations and skull crushers. Real quick adventure, in and out. Oh, my hip's cramping. Whew. Eight, 1, 2, 7, 8. All right, that's it for today. Whew. Yeah, we'll probably catch you next week and we'll just restart. So week 11, and we'll do our damnedest to make it a normal week. As a heads up, there's 2 weeks of overlap in my doctoral courses coming up. So I'm going to be working on 2 courses next week. And then the week after that, I've got a 10-page final due for one course and a 10-page paper due for the other. So I've got like a lot of research and 22 pages probably. A shit to type out. So what's that? Week 12 might be sparse. Anyway, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it. And we'll catch you next time.